Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. And you know, I'm in the book, meditation time. Time to get our minds right. How about that? I did this show a few years ago in the book. I'm going to go back and get a few things out here to help you get your mind right. Think I'm being bettering yourself with knowing yourself, or better yet, knowing how to think for yourself. All right? So the idea is meditation. Let's rock. Writism, 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. Yeah, that's what I do. But it's rhetorical, and if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I've been awakening them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya. Be true. Woo-hoo-hoo. So we're starting to introduce, I just introduced you to spiritual enlightenment, the path of spiritual enlightenment through meditation. I introduce you to what is meditation. Now the next one is, what is the purpose of meditation? Good question. See if I can answer that for you. Ignorance is being unaware of knowing what you should know about yourself. Meditation eradicates that ignorant aspect of your mind. All human beings desire what? To experience peace, fulfillment, happiness, bliss, abiding happiness, all as well as what? Self-knowledge. Acquiring self-knowledge will make all those things obtainable. If you're ignorant, it won't happen for you. And to know the secrets of the universe, including why am I here? To get your spirit in line with your consciousness so it can go home. Your spirit is on loan. Okay, you got to get it home. If not, you didn't do your job. So you'll die and your spirit reincarnate. Someone else get a shot. Okay, conceptually. And the question is, why am I here? A better one. Who am I? If you don't have the answer for that question for yourself, you're lost, you're ignorant, you're still asleep, you're not conscious of who you are. And where do we come from? Those three questions I have the answer to for myself. I can tell you, I can instruct, elaborate, but you can't get the answer to what? You get it for yourself. It's there. You just got to go get it. Okay? And meditation, righteous and virtuous living is the ways to do that. Where do I come from? And who or what is God? All those questions I know the answer to. Whether you agree with me, whether you like it, don't give a good goddamn. I know. So the question is, those same questions you ask yourself, do you have your answers for yourself? Never mind mine being right or wrong. Do you have those for yourself? My job to help you have those. Why? 'Cause I do. So that's my point. Hopefully you got the concept. Let me teach you what you should be knowing like I do. There is one main obstacle that will prevent you from attaining what? Self-knowledge. You ready? Big bold letters. Ignorance. It's okay not to know. That means that's ignorant. But to remain ignorant or not to try to know, that's dumb or stupid. Pick either one. Either one ain't good. So whichever one you choose, it's still the same thing. But if you're ignorant, you should what? Combat that with what? Knowledge. If you're ignorant of yourself, self-knowledge. The practice of religion, anyone, and spiritual study is to learn to resolve what? The ignorance of oneself and be able to allow yourself, the human being, all to discover what? The truth about yourself and about where there is what there is beyond death. Ignorant people think death is the end. Enlightened people know that death is a phase of life that goes to another life after death, providing you did the right thing in this life. Again, you can't go there without passing here. Like going to college, you got to go to high school first. Before you go to high school, you got to go junior high, elementary, start pre. Okay, it's a process. Life is the same way. Knowledge of self, self-knowledge, awareness, mastery of self, it's the same process. You got to learn and process. Somebody have to teach you. It don't come natural. You just don't wake up, all of a sudden you enlightened to yourself. No, it takes study and work. That's why. And meditation helps the process along. It's part of the process. I just told you that a zillion times and continue. But again, you want to know what's going on. They think the Egyptians was obsessed with death. No, we just knew death was the process of life. And we saw it as that and moved on. We was more obsessed with what? The afterlife, eternity, immortality, becoming one with God. That's eternal. Having materialistic stuff, being rich and famous, a bunch of money don't mean a damn thing. Excuse me. But to some people. Some people, it's everything. All right, get back to the lesson. Sorry about that. I keep taking, I tell you, if I don't have this something to keep me in bounds, I'd be all over the place. All right, but question now is, how do you obtain this higher vision of self-knowledge or knowing thyself? We called it back then Shita Netta. Shidi. It means the spiritual discipline that's offered through Shita Netta in ancient Egyptian African religion. Tashidi, Sheti, S-E-T-Y or S-E-D-Y is spelled either way, but it means to study of your spiritual mysteries through the daily practice of what we know as Smatawi, yoga disciplines. Uniting your heart and mind together as one. We called it Upper and Lower Egypt. We use Egypt as the focal point, and you, in the Bible, they do the same thing. We used it with Egypt, upper and lower. Lower being down here, upper being up here. And when you practice those disciplines, the purpose is to what? Meditate. You have a practice. Purpose of meditation is what? You ready? The same way the purpose of Mayat practice philosophy was to purify your heart. Meditation is to purify your mind. That's what I'm trying to do now. Get your mind right. I did it reverse. I did the heart first. Now I'm doing the mind. But I did the mind years ago. For you new people, this is going to be a good one for you. 2 stages of meditation process that we have. One is what we call informal. That's where you practice it all the time. You stay in a meditative state of mind. I tell you, I'm God conscious. Why? Because before I do anything, I'm going to run it through my God filter first, my filter. Is this going to be right, God? Is this going to be pleasing to you? If not, I'm not doing it. That's the informal meditation process where you constantly think and have, I say I'm God conscious. I got God in my mind all the time. So, and then you got what we call the formal meditation or formal disciplinary meditation, meaning you set up a time and space. When I come here in the morning, before I do anything, I set a few minutes aside to just sit here and quiet and meditate. Let God download information to me, so to speak. However you view it, whatever you do it, if you're not communing with a higher self, how you know God? Why would you believe in something you don't have no communication with, no idea about, nothing? I can talk to God every day. I know people say they haven't heard God's voice. Some people say they heard God's voice. I got my call. That's what the call is about, hearing that voice. I thought that was about 20 years ago. Okay, the voice is still there. Vince Lombardi. Okay, I'm still being coached up. Now, the ultimate goal for right thinkers who practice this philosophy, we call it Shita Netta, is to obtain what we call a great state of nihas. That's knowing thyself through daily practice, years of understanding, studying, and mastery, so that now when the physical body, time run out, the spirit that's enlightened, who knows itself, it goes back to itself, home, father, concept, or your spiritual awakening. The ultimate goal for right thinkers is to reach nihas, to know thyself, or they call it spiritual awakening. Whatever you call it, idea to put the work in to make it happen. We call Kundalini serpent power. They call it Kundalini, but the thing to make it activate, or the same thing to make it happen, is the same thing, hard work. Okay, righteous living, virtuous. Many mystics around the world, there's a lot of them, call it by, again, different names. Some say resurrection. Some say liberation. Some say enlightenment. Some say nirvana. Some say moksha, etc. You see where I'm going with this? Everybody got a word for it, and that's fine. But the question is, to obtain it, you have to do the same thing, no matter where, who you are. Put the work in. The great goal of life is to attain what? When the mind is purified through what? 2 stages of meditation practice. The first mode of meditative practice is what I told you, the formal. Informal means all the time. That's me. When the formal mode is not being engaged, now the formal mode is when a person makes a special time to sit and concentrate and meditate. Like I told you, I just do every morning before I start my day. It starts with meditation and leads into prayer, and that's how I begin my day. Study and then teach. Go to the gym, get my workout on. Works for me. It works for me. It keeps me grounded. It keeps me humble. It keeps me doing the things I need to do to keep myself what? Happy with myself. I'm at peace and I'm content. Well, how much money you got in the bank? I don't gauge my happiness and contentment on that. I just told you the program. Moving on. Where we at? Meditation. Okay, the first mode. Okay, a person. Where we at? Okay, sit and meditate. A person cannot be meditating constantly all the day, formally. Why? Because you can't just sit and go to monastery, go to Tibet, go become a monk. And that's what you do all day. If that's what you want to do all day, that's what it's for. Other than that, you got other things to do personally. I would love to do that, but that means I can't do my regular normal stuff. So I'm a normal person, do abnormal things. They have to go to work, got to earn the money, pay your bills, take care of your family members, etc. That's life. That's life. Some people think it's better to go and just meditate and get enlightened, forsake everything else. Your choice. You still gonna have the same problems. You didn't know that? Okay, you will. But those times are what? The informal times. But during those times, you, the aspirant, you should be learning how to live your life in what? The meditative state of mind. God conscious, Christ conscious, the same thing. Just knowing right from wrong and doing what's right. Whenever I'm confronted with a situation, maya, right, wrong. Your decision. I'm choosing right. Don't make a difference about feel. Nope. Just do right. That's my motto. And that's what the meditative state of mind, that's what Christ conscious and everything conscious would tell you. You making better decision every time you have to make one. Well, this critical thinking. No, it ain't. It's right thinking. In a meditative manner, you can live. So that what? So now the peace is not disturbed within oneself. Why? You can't disturb my harmony within myself with words and other. No, that's why. When you reach that level, you'll understand. You know why. I'm not moved by praise or disrespect. Didn't make a difference to me. I'm gonna be the same dude. Moving on. That's the difference. And your mind now what? Remains pure. Ding, 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 ding. A pure heart, a pure mind. Sound like P-Funk. And in this manner, now you're ready for what? For the formal practice at any given time that you set for. You ain't got to worry about, I ain't getting my prayer time in. I ain't worry about it. I stay in prayer. Okay, my meditation, my practice stay in prayer. Therefore, you are covering both aspects which are very important to your spiritual growth. You don't put one down and gain the other one. Nope. Now, here's a few signs. I don't know how you can feel about this. We got 3 states of mind. This is the first one is what's the and what? That's dense, dull of heart. These is the signs of being a dense and dull of heart person. Okay, it's the hieroglyph for it. This is the one for agitated, I think. Yeah, Nihas means agitated, disturbed. Okay, I'm gonna break all these concepts down for you. But this is what it looks like. The last one is lucid, I think it is. Hug, yeah, lucid. Beg, excuse me, B-E-G, that means lucid, to be bright of sight. Wherever you see that eye, whenever you see the eye, that's consciousness. That means you know something. That's knowledge. That's a sign that you're conscious of yourself, okay? Let's start with listening to the lesson. Me, spelled M-E-H, all right? Second is reflecting. That's Mai, M-A-U-I, and meditation, Ua, U-A-H. These are 3 steps in meditation. First one, Mau, means to concentrate. Ua means meditation. And when you get them, you reach Sy, S-Y-H. Know what that means? Super conscious. That means you are alert. That means you're conscious. That means you know thyself. You know some things, mainly yourself and how this thing on your shoulder works, all right? And what's inside you. Let's talk about it. There are 3 steps, okay, in the practice of meditation. Each step is to bring you closer and get better understanding and practice so as to what gradually leads you, person, in your mind to expanding experiences of what? Higher consciousness. God. Side. That experiences of ecstasy, bliss, total peace, okay? That will allow the ordinary conscious now to be elevated. Why? Because now your mind is presented with a state of consciousness otherwise unbeknown to it. Becoming conscious, enlightenment, you start to learn something that you didn't already know. There's enlightenment happening where you start to learn things about who? Yourself. When sufficient experiences of what we call super consciousness occurs, what that means? That means your mind becomes established in what they call the higher consciousness, and then you is said to be awakened. When you have God conscious, spirit, which is God, spiritual knowledge, that means you have knowledge of God. And when you're God conscious, that means you know from your experience about God for yourself through what? Your own experience. And you'll be considered awakened. You're woke now. That's head, H-E-F-D. Okay? That's the next level of experience. Is a form of immersion in what? In divine consciousness. You becoming aware of you and God becoming one. It's a mind-blowing thing. And wherein now your mind dissolves what? Completely. And it subsides to so that there is no what? No time of space or awareness. Okay, divine awareness. Okay, and space or awareness in individuality. You don't think no more in one, but rather all-encompassing, having experience of something higher than yourself. But this experience is only recognized by the mind when? After it's over. When you go into that deep sleep state, I tell you, practicing for death, eternity. When you wake up from that, when you go there, you feel so refreshed, so good, but you don't remember a damn thing because you wasn't conscious. And that's the whole part about being ignorant. It can come and go. You just won't recognize it. Why? Because you don't know. You're ignorant of it. But if you was conscious of your conscious thinking and how the brain works, you'll understand why. Watch this. During this experience, when you're in it itself, your personality ceases to exist as what? The ego consciousness. It ain't in control. The ego is not in control. It don't know what to do. It freaks out. Hello, that's you not knowing, what's going on? Yeah, you're becoming conscious. You're waking up. You're hitting that new level. You're going somewhere you've never been before. Okay? And your ego conscious being what? That it is aware of only objects separate from itself. So therefore, there is oneness. It's called homogeneity. your ego self combines with what? Your higher self. You becoming one with God. That's the concept. The ego is you. The divine is God. The higher self, Haru, the spirit. Between individual and the divine. Individual, divine. You have to make that marriage, that connection. That's called the experience of what we call transcendental consciousness. It had to become aware. And it's described, you ready? It's described as blissful, meaning, the heart is so satisfied. And now the mind I'm caught up with it. When the mind and got into the party too, now you both heart and mind, you just loose, you just feel so good, okay? That's an experience that most people may never experience in their life. And watch this, it's unencumbered abiding by happiness, and the personality will eventually recognize that state and want to what? Be more comfortable there and normal than the usual conscious state where is unaware of that mortal individual with the body. They don't know that spiritual self, so they only identify with the physical and with finite sense experiences separate from all else. If they can't smell it, see it, touch it, taste it, they can't understand it. That's ignorance, because all you're worrying about is just the physical body. What's inside the body has another level that you need to catch up with. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. To mao, to think, means to think, to ponder, to fix one's attention on something specific. Most people can't meditate because they can't shut their mind down to just focus on one thing. We teach you that in training. I don't have time to do that right now. So you can practice what? Yoga for beginners, meditation for beginners. They got plenty of books to teach you just that. I'm way past that, so I can't help you with that. Moving on. But I can explain it to you. You got to take it from there. UA, UAA, that means meditation. That means to stop, still, and focus on one thing. Okay? And when you get good at that, you reach the level called Sa. This, to religious people, is called what? The Eucharist. You and Christ becoming one, all right? You're going to eat of his body, his blood, and drink of his blood, becoming one with him. It's all philosophical, not literal. Yeah, I try to make it literal. Big mistake. But it means ecstasy religiously. It's a religious ecstasy concept that y'all get when you do your communion every first Sunday, all right? All ritual. But the symbolism behind it is what y'all just don't really get. To swoon or subsiding during religious ecstasy, that's HIFD, H-E-F-D. That means to be caught up in that euphoric state, that bliss. When you all in, you can have that, and it's honest. Y'all call it the Holy Ghost. Some people run around. So me and my mother-in-law, we get my feet get to move. I'm ready to take off. I'm ready to run. And she says the same thing. Boy, I'm ready. Run out that door. And she's blind. But we use it's a concept, okay? That's what we use it for. I know she'd run out that door. But when you can visually understand spiritual vision in your mind, that's the next level, obtaining that inner vision. You have to see from the inside, not the outside. Hope this making sense to you. I'm about to wrap it up. I see the clock. Menab, M-E-N-A-B, it means to be firm of heart. I'm committed to what I'm doing. If you're a good Christian, you're menab what? In Christ. I understand. I'm trying to break it down so you can. Watch this. I ain't separating from nothing. No, we all doing the same thing. Want to get better and know God. And I can teach you the same thing the pastor do. All right? But it means firm of heart, meaning I'm established. I know in my heart what I'm doing. I know God is in me. Those are things firm in what? Higher consciousness. Now the mind, it done figured it out. And this is what's achieved through what? Our mayat, practicing mayat. That's what I'm telling you. Purified heart and purified mind. Or living in harmony, a.k.a. righteous and virtuous. Informal and formal meditative state of mind. You have to have God consciousness. You have to talk to God. You have to listen to God, download God. Why? He's the orchestrator. And once you tap into him, he'll do the rest. Which leads to Nihas. Ding, 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 ding. Or which I know as spiritual awakening. I love the Nihas title because they can't define it in American dictionary and never definition. They don't understand that part. So it stays ours. They didn't change that. That's the part I love about it. And Menab is firm of heart, resolute will. A team of wild MFs couldn't change me from doing what I'm doing. I'm locked and loaded. My pastor, he says it best. I don't know nothing else. I know a bunch of stuff, but I know when I chose, this is all I'm doing. I know that. He didn't even make the decision to venture out. Nope, he just stuck with what he had, and I ain't mad at him why. He ain't blinched. He ain't flinched. He stayed budged. And now I'm with him. Moving on. WRIGHT, A-R-I-T, Mayat. It means to work right. Lead a life of integrity. Right there. I got that word underlined there. That's the word that y'all don't even know what it means. It means to doing the right thing when nobody's watching. Always watching. So you should always what? Show and live what? Integrity. It's internal. That's God's. Integrity means actions in line with Mayat. Live right when ain't nobody watching. That's what Mayat teaches you. Wrapping it up with Nihas. Nihas means to resurrection your spiritual enlightenment. Why? Obviously, you're ignorant of it, so you have to what? Resurrect it, know it, remember it, practice it, master it, and what? To be enlightened to what? Go on. That's the name of the game. That's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh, I'll be back. This is called established high consciousness. That's what meditation is for. The purpose. I hope you got the understanding. That's the lesson. Right thinkers. In closing, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never let my right thinkers who now understand the purpose of meditation who passed away. Now I'm about to tell you about what is the mind. Do you know? I'll tell you when I get back. Tune in. I got you.